Another question I had was, what's going to happen to this line and what's going to happen with the easement 100 years down the line?
I think in regards to if we retired the line and decided to tear it down, remove the line, structures would be removed, all wire taken off, and the foundations, we would work with you. We could either dig down and knock the concrete down a few feet below grade. If you would want to have them kept for some reason, we could negotiate that too. As far as the easement, all that, I'll speak to that.
The easement, it's state statute, it'll automatically go away. It'll automatically go away after 5 years.
After 5 years of...
After the line's retired.
Okay. So do we know if and when this line will be retired?
No, as far as we know, right now, that's why we get a perpetual easement. I mean, our intent right now is this line is needed and we expect it to be there a long, long time. You never know how systems are going to change, though. There could be other businesses go up elsewhere. There can be a change in configuration of the transmission system. So, that's really an unknown at this point in time.
Is there a possibility down the road that the line would be upgraded? So you put up your existing line and either the wires, the structures wear out, could you guys possibly come back in and rebuild that same line with or without landowner's permission?
It really depends on what we'd be doing. Maybe we want to put a heavier conductor in. That's one thing. If we go with some other configuration, we need a different kind of an easement area or whatever, then we need different land rights. It's really situational depending on what happens.
Do you have any plans with this line of doing that?
Do we have any plans of doing that?
Yeah.
Right now we don't.
No. If that does happen, does the landowner have any rights after the easement is signed?
Does the landowner have any rights after the easement is signed?
Yeah, because after we sign our easement away to you guys, and you guys want to come in later and either rebuild that line or do any, I don't know, I'm not in the electric field, so I'm trying to think outside of what I know. If you guys decide that later on you want to come back in and do something different after we sign that initial easement, can you guys just come back in and do it, or do we have any kind of rights to fight you on?
Well, if we're going to do anything major like that, the first thing we're going to do is be notifying you. We're going to be contacting you and explaining everything to you. And again, if there's some, I'll just say some simple upgrades, changing the conductor, changing static wire, doing some of those things, we've got the right to go ahead and modify the line as we need under those circumstances. Now, if we're talking, like I said, I'm not sure what it would be, some kind of a wholesale change, maybe we need some, I don't know if there'd be some different land rights or a different easement area or whatever, then we would have to acquire those rights if they'd be beyond what we have today. I mean, it's just hard to answer that without specifics here.
I know. Like I said, I'm speaking out of what outside of what I know. But right now, I have the ability to tell you no to come onto my land and put up your line. After I sign that easement, after my mother signs that easement, and you want to come in and do something different, my right to tell you no is gone. Is that correct?
Well, again, we've got the right to construct and operate and maintain it. We've got the right to, just proceed on with those activities.
You have the right to drastically change the line after the easement is granted.
Do we have the right to change the line?
Let's say all of a sudden you decide you want a four-legged lattice tower in there instead of a single pole. Can you come in and change?
If we needed to change those out, those are additional damages that would be recognized. We'd have to compensate you for those damages. That's a bigger footprint. We would provide additional compensation to do that.